Mia stood at the kitchen doorway, dressed in her dinosaur pajamas. Her big eyes shone in the dim light like two curious stars. She didn't immediately ask for ice cream like usual. She just quietly watched me, then looked at the nearly empty mini cup in my hand. Just then, Kelly appeared in the doorway too, her face already set in that familiar mix of tiredness and annoyance, ready to lead Mia away. But this time, before either Kelly or I could say anything, Mia spoke up, her voice small and confused. "Honey, why are you happy every night? But mommy gets unhappy when she sees you happy." That sentence was like a small pebble dropped into the stagnant air of the room, sending out silent ripples. Both Kelly and I were stunned. The anger on Kelly's face was instantly replaced by a complex, almost shocked expression. She looked at her daughter, her lips parted slightly, but nothing came out. I looked down at the almost empty Joy mini cup in my hand. It was supposed to be the one tiny, certain pleasure in my monotonous life, but now it felt like a cold, hard stone. This Cold War it had started, the suffocating tension in this house I called home. The fact that even a 5-year, it made a soft clink against the ceramic. I took a deep breath and without looking at Kelly, waved Mia over. "Come here, Mia." Mia hesitated, glancing at her mom. Kelly didn't move or stop her. Her arms were still crossed, but her defensive posture seemed to have softened a bit. Mia walked over to me slowly. I didn't give her any ice cream. There was hardly any left to give anyway. Instead, I pointed at the little bit of melted vanilla at the bottom of the cup. "See, Auntie's all done." Mia let out a disappointed little, "Oh, Mia," I said, keeping my voice as calm and gentle as I could. "You know, everyone has their own little habits, like how you have to sleep with your brachiosaurus. Daddy needs his super strong coffee in the morning, and mommy likes to have a glass of wine with dinner. And my habit is having this one little cup of ice cream at the end of the day. It makes me feel like the day is complete, you know, like it ends on a sweet note." I looked up at Kelly. Her eyes met mine, emotion swirling in them, but it wasn't pure irritation anymore. I kept talking to Mia, but I was also talking to Kelly. "It is like in your dinosaur books. Different dinosaurs like to eat different things, right? Apatosaurus ate leaves, T-Rex ate meat. Neither was wrong. They were just different. In my house, my rule is I can have a little ice cream every day. In your house with mommy and daddy, your rule is treats are for special days. Both rules are okay. It is just that right now, we happen to be living in the same house." Mia looked at me, not fully understanding, then asked very seriously, "So, there is no ice cream rule in our house right now?" "Not really," I admitted, "and that is confusing for everyone. And it is making people a little sad, isn't it?" Mia nodded. Then Kelly finally moved. She walked over slowly, didn't look at me, and placed her hand gently on Mia's head. Her voice was a little hoarse, carrying a hint of weariness I hadn't noticed before. "Time for bed, sweetie." Mia obediently took her mom's hand but looked back at me. "Auntie, will you still have your little happy thing tomorrow?" I looked at Kelly. She was looking down at her daughter, her profile seeming much softer in the light. Then, she lifted her head, and our eyes met again. This time, there was something else in them. Maybe understanding, maybe compromise, maybe just a weary acknowledgement. She nodded. "But maybe we can figure out a way so my little happy thing doesn't mess with your bedtime." The Cold War didn't magically melt away after that night. The atmosphere was still a bit weird, but the sharp edge of hostility was gone. Kelly stopped making those passive, aggressive comments, and I adjusted my ritual. I didn't eat it at the kitchen table anymore. Instead, I'd take the mini cup to my bedroom, close the door, and enjoy those few minutes of peace and sweetness in my own space. Occasionally, on a weekend afternoon, I'd have a mini cup in front of Mia and say, "Look, it is Auntie's special day edition." She'd giggle, and Kelly would sometimes even offer a faint, genuine smile. A few weeks later, their new house was finally ready. Moving day was chaotic, with boxes and busyness everywhere. That evening, when it was all over, they were gone. My apartment was suddenly quiet again, strangely quiet, just like always. After dinner, I opened the freezer and took out that familiar blue mini cup. I took it to the empty living room and sat. I put the first spoonful of cold, sweet vanilla in my mouth. The familiar flavor spread on my tongue. It was still sweet. It was my maintained routine, my small,